All right, so the past couple of days have been a little bit eventful. One thing in my life that really shocked me is the fact that Joe Budden came out as an openly bisexual individual, totally legit, and his fans decided to respond in a pretty healthy, normal manner, where they decided to give new terms for boy pussy, such as badusi, which made me throw up in my mouth, which was terrible. So I tried to take a break, right? I tried to relax, and I tried to go listen to sicko mode, you know what I mean? Because I'm listening to some sick shit. This shit is on some other shit. And then I type in Travis Scott, thinking sicko mode gonna pop up. But what happens is Travis Scott apparently made a big blunder and decided to fucking hire the same people who did the security for the fucking January 6th Capitol, and basically hire them for his fucking concert, and essentially have a bunch of people actually die because of just bad crowd control. Now, this is being discussed. There's things in terms of people trying to figure out who to blame. Is it Travis Scott's fault? Is it the concert coordinator's fault? Is it the hundreds of security's fault? Is it the police's fault? I personally don't understand why, like, even if Travis Scott, let's just say he doesn't care, I'm going to keep singing, he thinks people are just passing out, whatever, why didn't the police just go, like, yo, people are dying, we need to shut this down? Like, I don't understand why they're leaving that up to Travis Scott. That's the thing. The biggest thing that I don't understand from this is, why are people like, how come Travis Scott is not the person enforcing this? It's like, yo, Travis Scott is like a fucking 20-year-old kid who doesn't know anything about anything. The motherfucker's a rapper. Like, I don't know why all of a sudden he's the arbiter of this shit. I mean, he's a little freaky, because there's a video where this dude is singing while someone's being pulled out of a crowd, and I don't know if he's unconscious or dead, but the dude sees it and then goes back to singing like a weirdo, right? So a lot of people have been talking about this. A lot of people are like, Travis Scott is on some weirdo shit. The type of things like this shouldn't happen again. This is something that is bad. It shouldn't occur. Obviously, the people who support Travis Scott, you know, the millions of 12-year-olds that play Fortnite and love his emotes, they could care less. My man's about to go double platinum again and get another Grammy. But the hate that I've seen for Travis Scott on Reddit is a little bit different. It's a little odd. It's a little freaky, because, you know, the first thing you see for this, you'd be like, wow, that's unfortunate. Why wasn't this organized better? Wow, this is weird. How come Travis Scott isn't stopping it? People are basically saying, like, this is avoidable and it's something that should be stopped. It shouldn't have happened. And, you know, whatever consequences happen to Travis Scott, it may, you know, be something that makes it better for the future, right? But on Reddit, you know, these guys are just... First of all, I'm not going to even go to fuck Travis Scott yet. We got to save that as the grand finale. On Reddit, they've basically, for the past 3 days, from Saturday till now, have been literally circle jerking about Travis Scott. Like, every single video post on our videos has been, hey guys, look at this band that did a good job, and they stopped the crowd, and they didn't let people die, guys. They didn't hurt them, guys. Oh, look, guys, look at this post. It's related to Travis Scott. Travis is a bad guy, right? And some of these posts, like, are just retarded, because, like, they're literally like, hey, look, Guns N' Roses stopped their show. How come Travis can't do it? It's like, okay, circle jerk more. No one asked. No one cares. But then there's posts like this where they're just, like, trying to attack Travis Scott's character. First of all, Travis Scott is, like, a fucking hype beast, right? And I don't know why people think Travis Scott is, like, the arbiter of, like, morality. I don't know why the fuck all of a sudden, like, all these random ass white people on Reddit are like, how's this fucking freak even allowed to be alive, never mind a celebrity? So they got this video, Travis Scott basically calling some dude a nerd, right? I have no idea how they even dug this shit up. But then all these guys down here are just like, Travis Scott is such a bully, he's such a big meanie. And then this dude just goes on some creepy shit where he goes, he's like, if he continues on this path, he might get what he deserves. If he doesn't end up canceled or in jail after the last stunt, one of these days an unstable person is going to get backstage and go at him with a weapon. Dude is too stupid to realize he's creating a threat to himself. Like, this dude's dream in his life is to put on the Watchman mask and then pull up at a Travis Scott concert with his machete and just hack him to death. Like, that was what this dude was praying for. Like, this dude would be so happy to go and get this guy. And the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is, like, a lot of these guys are just like, imagine if 9/11 happened today, God forbid. And everyone's like, how did this happen? National security, how could these people do this? these terrorists are terrible people, and then you go on Reddit and they go, by the way, guys, did you know Al-Qaeda mistreats women as well? And you're like, okay, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, these dudes are just going around finding, like, small facts about Travis Scott that they don't like and trying to highlight it. So, this dude right here, you could tell these motherfuckers was bullied in school, too. What's the point of yelling into the mic while bitching at someone right next to you? Oh, yeah, it's because you want your stupid fans to think you're a badass bully who puts nerds in their place. Nice job, douchebag. Like, bro, these motherfuckers been hating on Travis Scott before this shit happened. Like, they saw him in the fucking McDonald's commercial, and they low-key had a little racism. They low-key had a little, like, they have no idea of what it even means to dress appropriately other than, like, a polo shirt and jeans that their mom bought them. So they're like, how come I see this guy who's a hype beast on the McDonald's commercial? I don't like it. And then another thing that I've seen is a lot of people are just, like, just assuming that Travis Scott, like, was malicious. Like, he basically knew people were dying. I don't know if that's true or not. You know, it's possible that he's just, like, so full of himself. Like, I believe that Travis Scott is such a narcissist, he didn't even realize people were dying. Like, he thought they were, like, dudes passing out like an Elvis, like how women used to faint and, like, ovulate. That's low-key what he was on. But one thing that I saw in public freakout was, alright, I found the post. Basically, some dude was doing some deep diving, some straight-up detective work, and found at some point in time at some concert, Travis Scott called a bunch of his fans in the front row a bunch of fags because they were, like, on their phone and not paying attention to him, which obviously is a cardinal sin. I mean, you go to a Travis Scott concert, obviously you want to look at Travis, his sweaty ass drinking Sprite in the burger, and you need to pay attention, right? And what I love is whenever I see shit like this is, like, whenever you see quote-unquote minority on minority issues, like, for example, when black people say the F word, or when gay people try to say that their plight is actually worse than black people, and that some way, somehow, being gay is worse than being black currently, there's always white people that choose a side, and they try to, like, go through and do, like, mental gymnastics and, like, find a way to, like, shit on black people, because usually they're super pro-homophobia, like, they're super, not pro-homophobia, super against homophobia in any way, shape, or form, at least on Reddit. And at some point in time, you get to the point where it gets a little spooky down in the comments. They're like, when are we going to have this discourse around how violent rap is, and it's so bigoted, and why is this allowed, and why does this exist? And this is, like, common comments throughout, and a lot of them just have nothing to do with the concert whatsoever. And a lot of it has to do with them just hating Travis Scott and be like, Travis Scott is a fucking hype beast. Travis Scott doesn't treat his fans well. Travis Scott doesn't like nerds. And then it all culminated and it all came together in a subreddit called Fuck Travis Scott, which basically was like maybe one post about the concert and 9,000 posts that people have been built up holding and being like, how come he gets to fuck Kylie? I think she's cute too. What the fuck? How come the bad guy always gets the good girl? And they made it private, and the reason why they went private is because once they got in Fuck Travis Scott, once things got real spooky, once things became fucking Halloween 24/7, that's when people just started going buck wild, and they're like, listen, I get that what that dude said was intentionally racist, but if, and I guess he's responding to something that someone said about Travis Scott, where they said he's just a stupid nagger or something like that, and this dude left a comment, he's like, listen, I get it's pretty racist, but if now isn't the time to call someone the N-word, when is? When is? Yo, listen, yo, hold on, we gotta listen to him. Yo, he's low-key getting something right now. Travis Scott caused the deaths of a minimum of 9 people, probably higher. I've even seen different reports, and countless injuries, and ignored people's cries for help. I think we should all be calling Travis Scott what he is, a capital N nigger. Wait. I'm obviously not talking about all black people. Just this one fucker who gets off the dead body. Yo, this is why I find this shit so funny. Like, anytime people talk about, like, don't say the F word, don't say the N word. Like, these are the corny motherfuckers that say that, but in the back of their head, like, they fuck. Like, do you understand? Like, this dude meant this. Like, this dude, like, in his heart of hearts was like, you know what? I know it's not PC, guys, but he's definitely a nigger, guys. Come on, we've got to call him that. And it's like, what? How did you go from a bunch of people passed away because whoever was the audience coordinator couldn't care, and then you somehow fast forward to be like, Travis Scott is a bully. Travis Scott makes fun of nerds. Travis Scott is a stupid black jigaboo. Like, how the fuck do you go from point A to point racism? Like, how does that happen? I'll tell you how it happens. It's a bunch of corny ass fucking cuckold fucking casual redditors who have been salty at the image of rappers in general. Like, you know, these motherfuckers don't want to come off as racist. They gotta find routes. They gotta find different fucking loopholes around the N-word. Like, what can I do to figure this out? This guy fucked up. He went straight to the source. Like, these other people, they're like, why is he so ignorant? Why is he so stupid? Why is he so that? And honestly, I don't think these people are quote-unquote racist. That's not the point. It's the point that they're so fucking corny and they're so fucking, like, off point. Like, what you should be talking about is how to avoid this incident. Like, maybe pass some legislation to have the police be able to pull the cord and be like, yo, what are you doing? Or actually, I shouldn't say the word police. Reddit don't like police. Have someone like a safety organizer pull the cord and be like, yo, what are you doing? But instead, these guys are just fantasizing about Travis Scott losing his McDonald's deal and his Fortnite dance. And maybe one day he'll go broke and he'll be back to where he belongs. I don't know. I think it's off base. I think it's really weird. And this circle jerk is not ending. It is only picking up. Because every time there's a new news story about Travis Scott, new album dropping, new song dropping, these motherfuckers on Reddit will be sure to repost the same fucking video 10 times, upvote it 10,000 times, and somehow, some way conceal their corny fucking bullshit with a fake veiled level of concern. Like, I'm just worried about the people, guys. That's why I bring up this video from 2017 where I think Travis Scott's being a big meanie.
At the end of every single video, make sure you ask people to rate and subscribe to your content. It makes them feel like they're involved even though they're really not. And most importantly, make sure they comment on every single video. If you have to, disguise it. You know, call it something like the question of the day. And really make them think you're gonna really read it when you really don't have to. Ha ha ha!